From the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C.
ABC Mysteries. Has anyone heard of that? All right.
Okay.
Oh, wonderful. How about you? The Lion King? Oh, right. Oh, I love it. Well, we all love to read, and that is very special to me. Now, there's someone who's a really great friend of ours
That's
who
right.
has some awesome books, and they're pretty funny, too. Who likes to laugh and read? Oh. Well, I don't know if you've heard of Jarrett Krosoczka. Oh, you're in for a treat.
I was
now,
about to ski.
He's been passionate about storytelling through words and pictures since he was a kid, like you guys.
He currently has authored and illustrated 18 published books,
That's a great accomplishment.
10 picture books,
Wow.
and 8 graphic novels.
His Lunch Lady series has twice won a Children's Choice Book Award in the 3rd to 4th grade Book of the Year category and was nominated for a Will Eisner Comic Industry Award.
There you go.
I
In the
love it.
summer of 2013, Jarrett will have his chapter book debut with the publication of Platypus
Police Squad. The Frog Who
A little
Croaked.
dyslexic.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait to see that. His Punk Farm and Lunch Lady series are both currently in development as feature films.
Whoa.
I didn't even know that.
Jarrett
Oh.
is happily living out his childhood dreams in Northampton, Massachusetts, where he resides with his wife and daughter and their pug, Ralph Macchio.
Please welcome to the stage, Jarrett Krosoczka! Yes. Have fun, Jarrett.
What's up, everybody? How are you? Hey! Well, my name is Jarrett Krosoczka, and I am an author, and I am an illustrator, so I get to write the words, and I get to draw the pictures, and man, I feel so lucky that I get to do both jobs. And I feel so lucky that my books are published, you know, because that means that people who I don't even know, in places I've never even been to, could find copies of my books at their stores or libraries. And I get to use my imagination as my full-time job. You know, because that's what writing is. Writing is using your imagination, but on paper. So I have a bunch of picture books published, and I thought I'd start today by reading one of my picture books, and that book is called Punk Farm. Thank you. All right. This is Punk Farm. Farmer Joe works hard all day long. At the end of the day, Farmer Joe is tired and heads home for bed. Farmer Joe's animals are sleepy too, but are they getting ready for bed? Not tonight. They have a show to get ready for. Cow sets up her drums. Pig plugs in his amp. Chicken sets up her keyboards, and goat tunes his bass. Sheep checks the microphone. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, gang, tonight's the big night. Let's go over some songs before this place gets packed. In the middle of practice, Cow stops strumming. Guys, she says, the farmer's light is on. The animals freeze. The microphone screeches. Footsteps can be heard in the distance. Will they get caught? Not tonight. The light goes off and Punk Farm finishes their rehearsal. Outside, animals wait in line and buy tickets. Everyone is eager for the show to start. Are you guys ready? Asks Sheep. I was born ready, says Pig. Whatever, dude, says Goat. I'm nervous, says Chicken. Let's do this, says Cow. So if I could have track 4, please. Punk Farm, they sing a punk version of a nursery rhyme song that you guys know, so you guys are going to sing it along. And I think track 4 is the right track. Sheep ask the crowd, who's ready to rock? And they go crazy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. kids, come right up to the front of the stage. You want to scream into the mic. You ready? Old MacDonald had a farm. On the farm he had a pig. With a rear here, a rear there, here, there, everywhere. Old MacDonald had a pig. You guys ready? You can stand up if you want. Old MacDonald had a farm. On the farm he had a chicken. With a beep beep here and a beep beep there. Here a beep, there a beep, ever a beep. Old MacDonald had a chicken. Ready? Ready? Old MacDonald had a farm. On the farm he had a goat. Now wave your hands up like this. Everybody. He's the bass player. He's a little groovy. Feel it in your soul. With this part always goes on a little bit longer than it should. With a broom broom here and a bottom there, here broom, there broom, every bottom. Old MacDonald had a goat. You're ready for the big finale. Punk Farm wheels on their instruments one last time and delivers a blazing finale. MacDonald had a farm. E-I, E-I. Thank you, Wisconsin! Soon, the sun rises, and so does Farmer Joe. He heads over to the barn for a big day of work. The end. Thank you. Now, when you come see an author read their story, you get to hear the words read as the author imagined they would be. But when that author is also the illustrator, you get to see that same person draw. So Punk Farm has a sequel called Punk Farm on Tour, where the animals travel across the country. And they have some problems with their van, as any fledgling band would have as they're trying to go from town to town. So we're gonna play the song from Punk Farm on Tour, which is track 6, please. And I'm going to come up here and draw the band members. So when I'm drawing, I love to draw. I don't have a guitar, but I can do this, ready? With my marker. Thank you. All right, so that's Punk Farm. That's a little quiet picture book of mine about these 5 little farm animals. If I could have this turned around, please. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about a lady who serves lunch and fights crime. And her name is Lunch Lady. Have you guys read these books yet? Does anyone here know? Are you familiar with these books? If you're familiar with these books, I'm going to ask you guys a few questions in a little bit, okay? I'm going to need your help. But for everybody else, let me tell you just a little bit about where these books came from. What happened was, I went back to my old elementary school, the school I grew up in when I was a kid, as a grown-up. And I was there because I had my first picture book published. And I wanted to go there to talk to the kids about writing and illustrating and having that first book published. And when I was there, I ran into my old lunch lady from when I was a kid. Yeah, she was still working there. And so I went up to her and I said, "Hi, Jeannie, how are you?" And she looked at me, and she looked at me, and she said, "Stephen Krosoczka." And I said, "Wow, I'm amazed. You know I'm a Krosoczka, but Stephen, he's my uncle who's 20 years older than I am. She's been his lunch lady too." Yeah. So then she starts talking to me about her grandkids. And I said, "What? Grandkids? If you have grandkids, that means you leave school and have a life I know nothing of. You're a person. You don't just live in the kitchen with the tater tots." And I went home and I started daydreaming a story about the secret lives of lunch ladies. And one thing led to another, and I eventually realized that they would be crime fighters and that they would keep the kids safe from all of these crazy things going on at the school, and they would be graphic novels. So I love to listen to music, as you can tell when I'm drawing. So if I could have track 1, please, I'm going to draw a picture of the hero of the Lunch Lady series.
Liver and onions, Salisbury steak, Sloppy Joe Tuesdays, hot turkey plate, lunch lady, lunch lady, and she's on the trail for the mystery meat. For the mystery meat.
Okay, so there's Lunch Lady. But she doesn't go it alone. Oh, thank you. She doesn't go it alone. She has some help. If I could have track 2, please. And let's see if you guys know who this is.
Lunch lady, her name is Lunch Lady. She's gonna save me, Lunch Lady. Lunch Lady, a little bit crazy.
And that's
She
Betty.
fights the
And she has 3
unsavory.
kids that kind of help out too,
Oh,
like
and they call
Hector.
her Lunch Lady.
and Terrence.
Lunch Lady.
And Dee. Okay, so there are the main characters from the Lunch Lady series. Thank you. So we have Lunch Lady, who is sort of like the James Bond of the group. And then we have Betty, who's like her Q. She helps her design all of the gadgets she uses. And those 3 kids, they become aware of the fact that their Lunch Lady is leading a double life. And so they end up helping her solve some of the mysteries, even though she doesn't really want them around or helping out. So Lunch Lady, she has to keep her cover. She doesn't want the principal or any of the kids or any of the other teachers knowing that she's really a crime fighter. She wants them all just to think that she's just serving the kids food, minding her own business. So when it comes to her spy gadgets and the equipment she uses to investigate and stop the villains, she uses things that are disguised as things you'd find in the cafeteria. Like, a lunch lady could often be seen serving fish sticks. So if you saw your lunch lady with fish sticks, you wouldn't think anything of it. So her fish sticks are actually nunchucks. And they're fish stick nunchucks. The kids that mentioned that they knew the series, can you think of any of the other gadgets she uses? Yes? Taco vision night goggles. So it's a taco, and it goes on her eye, on her eyes there, and she can see at night. But it's called taco vision night goggles, not night vision taco goggles. So the major flaw is it makes everything look like a taco. Do you know too? A cookie camera. Yeah, it's a cookie. And it just looks like a regular old chocolate chip cookie, but she can press one of the chips and it takes a photo. Who has another one? Chicken nugget bombs. Yes, they're chicken nuggets. And she takes them out of her apron and throws them and it explodes. Yes, my friend right there with the basketball on his shirt. Right there. The lunch tray laptop. Yeah, it looks like a regular old lunch tray. But it flips up and it becomes a laptop computer. Yes. A banana ring, the electronic banana ring. Yeah, it's a banana, but it's just made of steel, and she throws it and knocks the bad guy out. Anybody over here have one? Yes? She does. She uses a pizza, but it's called a hover pizza. And it's kind of like Marty McFly back in Back to the Future 2. She can just jump on it, and she flies around. Yes, my friend there in the Angry Bird shirt. A hairnet net. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a hairnet, and she takes it off and throws it on the bad guys. Yes, my friend in the blue shirt. What's that? A milk can, yes. Just a very innocent-looking little thing of milk that you would get with your school lunch with a bendy straw, except it's a spy camera. So she'll walk around, she'll go to the teacher's lounge, throw away a milk carton, and see what they're really up to. My friend there in the blue, nice and loudly, please. Right there, did you have one? Oh, a mustard grappling hook, yes. It's a mustard. You know what thing of mustard you get at a diner? She pushes the button, and then she can go up like Batman. My friend right there in the yellow. Hey, what's that? The pasta? Oh, yes, the plastic, because I can't use the saran wrap. I can't call it saran because that's a copywritten name. So it's the plastic wrap you use to keep food safe. She just wraps the bad guys in it. So they'd be like, and the plastic wrap. If I could get that around, please. How am I doing for time? Okay. So let's do a few more of these before I draw one other picture. Yes? A spork. Oh, my favorite one. It's a spork. Who here has ever eaten food with a spork? Yes. We all know what a spork is then. A spork, and it's a phone. It's a spork phone, and that's what Lunch Lady uses. But who can tell me what Betty uses? If this is Betty, what does she use? Who knows? You know what Betty uses? A mole communicator. Yeah, she has a mole right there. And she can just press that button, and wherever Lunch Lady is, she can talk to her. My friend in the purple. The spatulacopter. Yeah, that was one of the first ones I came up with. It's a spatula, but she pushes a button, and the spatula comes down and swings around, and she can fly up in the air. She can get out of any jam with that. My friend in the red. Oh, the celery stuff. Yeah, it's a little piece of celery with innocent looking, looks delicious and nutritious, but then it gets me really big and she can use it like a bow to get the bad guys. Yes, my friend in the green. Hamburger headphones, yeah, it's a hamburger. You guys are awesome. You guys know this book, and you know all the things that makes me so happy. So she takes the hamburger, either side. She can hear what's going on, but she can hear too much because it just keeps going on. Inspired by the Whisper 2000 for those of you who watched infomercials in the 90s, like I did. She might have a clapper in the next thing. Actually, does she have a clapper? Actually, she does have a clapper in one of the books. I just finished the 9th book, so they all kind of blur together for me. I'll take a few more. Anybody I haven't heard from yet? Let's say anybody I haven't heard from yet that really wants a chance. Yes? Meatballs. You know, I have never used meatballs in any of the books before. So what could these be? What do you think? Bombs? Or I have one. She can, when the bad guys are like running, she'll throw the meatballs up and they'll trip back. How about that? Maybe that'll make it into the 10th book. Yes, my friend right there. What's that? The banana boomerang. Yeah, it's a banana and it's made of steel and she just throws it. So the 8th book it was just published. If I could have that around, please. The 8th book was just published. It's called Lunch Lady and the Picture Day Peril. So she's seen all sorts of villains come through. The bus driver that doesn't like crumbs on her bus. The visiting author who doesn't like the gym teachers, who kidnaps him because he wasn't that good at sports. I don't know where I came up with that idea. But in the latest book, she has to deal with the school photographer. The school photographer, Stefani DePino, had dreams of high fashion photography in New York City, but she didn't quite make it. So she's really bitter and angry that she's taking pictures for the yearbook at the school. She's really upset about that. So she actually, I don't want to give away anything from the book, but she comes up with an evil plot. I have finished all of the art for the 9th book. And the 9th book is called Lunch Lady and the Video Game Villain. And it will be out in April, very beginning of April. And then I've outlined the 10th book. And the 10th book, for the time being, is going to be the final book. Because I've been working so hard on these books. I've been doing 2 per year. And I have so many other projects that I'm going to be working on. But I might come back to Lunch Lady someday and come back to working on her adventures. So the final thing I'll do today is I'm going to draw Lunch Lady fighting a robot. So if I could have track 3, please.
Liver and onion, Salisbury steak, Salisbury steak, Sloppy Joe Tuesday, Hot turkey plate, Lunch Lady, Lunch Lady. She's on the trail for the mystery meat. For the mystery meat.
I didn't get to the robot. Can I play that same track again, please?
Liver and onion, Salisbury steak, Sloppy Joe Tuesday, Hot turkey plate, Lunch Lady, Lunch Lady. She's on the trail for the mystery meat. For the mystery meat, yeah, Lunch Lady.
Well, thank you so much. So a brief word about what I was like when I was your age. When I was a kid, I loved to use my imagination, and I loved to make things up. And for me, that's what writing has always been. Writing is just using your imagination, but on paper. So as a kid, I loved making things up that I wouldn't wait for it to be a school project. I'd come home from school, and I would take out blank pieces of paper, and I'd staple them together, and I would make my own books. And so my website, which is on books, so if my friends with the bookmarks could sort of pass them on, and my website is studiojjk.com. And so there should be maybe stacks of my postcards floating around the audience. You'll get it there too. But you can go to my website, and you can download the books that I was writing when I was in 3rd grade, when I was in 4th grade, but I made the decision myself when I came home from school to turn off the TV and just make awesome things. And it's up to you kids to make awesome things, okay? Because I'll tell you, it's way more exciting to make something than just consume something, okay? So I want you all, because you're the next generation of kids that are gonna be making lunch ladies and bad kitties and all sorts of fun things. And I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with. Thank you so much.
This has been a presentation of the Library of Congress. Visit us at loc.gov.